Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be part one of two-part video. This is kind of a teaser video really. So as you can see, the car's sitting here on charge, not doing much. I'm going to talk about some new carbon upgrades that I've got going on. Starting to move forward with some cosmetic upgrades now that I've wanted to do for a while, but haven't been in a position to do it, but now I am. So the first one is return to the engine bay trim. So I don't know if you remember I originally had this painted in carbon, which was very, very good. As a couple of my friends predicted, I got increasingly irritated with the fact that it wasn't real carbon. So I started looking for solutions, and I found an amazing little company called Hypercarbon. And now I have continued to spend money with them. So essentially what Hypercarbon do is that they take let's say an ABS or a plastic component, and they laminate it with real carbon fibre. And therefore you get real carbon fibre on top of a plastic part. It's not cheap, but it's not anywhere near as expensive as getting the carbon fibre part made, and you get real carbon fibre. So this was the first piece of work I had done with them, and I'm extremely happy with it. Did it in a V-weave for me, and it looks fantastic, and it kind of sets the car off, eliminates another piece of plastic trim, and I got thinking, what else can we do to make it sort of like OEM plus? So I have to give this piece of credit to Steve at the engineering, suggesting the next part. So I was thinking, what other bits of plastic have we got that are not carbon fibre that look a bit naff? So Steve came up with the idea of the front scuttle. And as you can see, the front scuttle, which is the plastic trim in front of the windscreen here, goes all the way around. It's quite large on this car. Is plain, boring black plastic. So I went about sourcing one because I didn't want to take it off the car and have the car off the road for an extended period of time. Also, it's a bit of a ball ache to get off. I've been told you have to take the front wings off to get it off. I felt that was a little bit beyond me, despite the fact I'm fairly adventurous. So I managed to get a second-hand one off eBay for 150 quid, which I didn't think was too bad. And I sent that to Hypercarbon, and that is now hypercarboned. So in the next part of the video, we'll go inside because obviously I don't keep that part outside, and we'll have a look at the results. Hi guys, so here we are for the next part of the video, and here we are in my spare room, and here we have laid out on the floor some lovely carbon fibre goodies. So this is the front scuttle in question. The one we managed to source is pretty much completely mint, but what they do at Hypercarbon as part of the service is they flatten and resurface it all and paint it in satin black. I specifically asked for the fact that I only wanted the visible areas in carbon fibre, which is what we've done here, to reduce the cost mainly, I guess. But as you can see, we've got a brilliant effect. We've got a perfect seam line all the way along, dividing the carbon fibre from the painted black area. And again, as on the engine trim, we've got a perfect V-weave and an amazing, beautiful gloss lacquered finish all the way to the tip of the trim, all the way in a beautiful V-weave. It's just really almost artwork, I think. Well done to Hypercarbon. And it's going to hurt my pocket, I think, because now he's done these two pieces, and specific this one, it's going to be coming up with all sorts of ideas on how to empty my bank account into his, which is bad for my bank account. But really impressed and can't wait to get it on the car. Also, you might have noticed over here, what are these? So these are intake scoops, as you might recognise from the Sports Series cars. But how these differ from mine, because I've already got carbon intake scoops, are that these are 600 LT profile ones, which have got basically this carbon lip on the inside. Makes them stand more proud, basically because they look cool. In theory, they suck more air in too, but they just stick out more. Now, these are aftermarket ones. These are made by Mclaren bits, who have been recommended. I couldn't stomach the price for a set of OEM ones. There was a set came up on eBay recently, OEM ones that were 1,500 quid. That was just way too much money still. So I decided on recommendation to go with Mclaren bits, and the quality seems to be really good. So we'll find out when the fitting takes place. Now, in the second part of this video, will be you seeing these parts installed on the car, obviously. Also, the cars are going away for some paint work. Now, it's having some, as I like to call McLaren herpes dealt with, because it's got a couple of areas of that on the rear quarter panels. And in addition, I'm having some custom paint work done that may or may not divide opinion, but I'm fairly confident it's going to look cool. Anyway, we'll see you in part 2 of this video, guys, with the finished item, I guess, with all the extra carbon bits installed and the new paintwork. Very exciting.